Shanna was loved in the community. She was respectful, hardworking, and always willing to help somebody. Even though life wasn't easy, she made sure her son had everything he needed. Baba was her
Mom,
pride and joy.
I love you
The
too,
boy
Mommy.
went to church
Son.
every Sunday. He respected elders, stayed away from trouble, and listened to his mother. People in the community always said, Shanna raised that boy good. But life can change in 1 second.
The rain fell hard over the little community of Riverton Heights, beating against zinc fences and washing dirty water through the gullies. Streetlights flickered. Shauna walked carefully along the road. Her feet hurt after standing all day at work. But she still smiled softly to herself because she knew her son Bubba would be waiting up for her. "Mommy soon reached home," she whispered. As Shauna turned the corner near an abandoned shop, loud gunshots exploded through the air. Men started running. People screamed. A gang war had suddenly broken out. Shauna froze in fear. One stray bullet ripped through the night and struck her straight in the chest. The bag slipped from her hands. She collapsed onto the wet road. At the funeral, Bubba stood beside his grandmother June, staring at his mother's casket with empty eyes. He didn't cry. Not once. That frightened June more than anything else. "Cry nah, baby," June begged softly. "Let it out." But Bubba simply stood there, cold and silent. Something dark had entered him that day. Something dangerous. June tried her best after Shauna died. She worked extra shifts, washing clothes for people and selling fruits in the market to keep Bubba in school. Every Sunday, she dragged him to church. "God still love ya," she would tell him. But Bubba stopped listening. The older he got, the angrier he became. By 16, he started skipping school. By 17, he started smoking weed with rough boys on the corner. By 18, he carried his first gun. And by 22, the entire community feared him. People crossed the road when they saw him coming. Mothers called their children inside. Shopkeepers gave him things for free out of fear. Bubba had become a real bad man. A ruthless gunman. The same little church boy his mother once prayed over now ruled the streets with violence. Despite everything, one person still loved him deeply. Crystal. Crystal was soft-spoken and kind. She loved Bubba with her whole heart. Everybody wondered why such a sweet girl would stay with a dangerous man like him. But Crystal believed she could save him. Big mistake. Bubba treated her terribly. If she talked too loud, he slapped her. If dinner was late, he cursed her out. If she cleaned the wrong thing first, he'd beat her. One day she was sweeping the yard when Veva shouted from inside the house, "Girl, go wash the plate, dem." Crystal immediately dropped the broom. "Me, sorry, Bubba. Hurry up before me deal wid ya." Her hands trembled as she rushed inside. Nothing she did was ever good enough. Still, she stayed. She cooked for him, washed his clothes, massaged his feet, loved him faithfully. But Bubba only saw weakness. One hot Saturday morning, Bubba sat on a corner with his friends smoking and drinking. That was when he saw her. Angel! She walked down the road in tight shorts and a crop top, her brown skin glowing under the sun. Bubba leaned forward. "Bumbo clat," he muttered. "Dat Browning do look good." His friend laughed. Yeah, want me call her?" "Go call her of me." The friend jogged over to Angel. "Yo, me dog want talk to ya." Instead of fear, Angel smiled excitedly. "Which dog?" When she saw Bubba leaning against his motorcycle with chains around his neck and gunmen surrounding him, her heart raced. She loved dangerous men. Scammers, drug lords, gunmen. The lifestyle excited her. The bikes. The guns, the weed smoke, the power. Everything about bad men fascinated Angel. So she walked over, smiling confidently. "Hi," she flirted. Bubba smirked. From that day, they became inseparable. Christo soon found out. One evening she saw Angel sitting on Bubba's bike, holding him tightly while he laughed. Crystal lost control. She stormed toward Angel. "A who det?" Crystal shouted. Angel rolled her eyes. Move from Yaso, man clown. Crystal tried to fight her, but before she could even touch Angel, Bubba grabbed Crystal by her hair and punched her violently. Duddy gala try you a try embarrass me? He roared. People watched in horror as he beat Crystal in the street. Blood poured from her mouth. 3 front teeth broke out. Her eyes swelled shut. Still, Bubba showed no mercy. Eventually, Crystal couldn't take it anymore. That night, he returned home and saw her packing and beat her some more. One night, while Bubba was out with his gang, she packed her clothes quietly and disappeared. No goodbye, no note, just gone. Angel moved in shortly after. At first, life felt like paradise. Bubba spoiled her with money from drugs and scamming. He bought her expensive clothes, wigs, jewelry, and even a car. They partied every night. Angel felt like a queen. Until reality arrived. Angel wasn't submissive like Crystal. She talked back. She argued. She challenged Bubba, and Bella hated that. One evening, Angel refused to cook. "Me want KFC tonight," she said lazily. Bubba stared at her. "Awaye say? Me not cook, you deaf?" The slap nearly knocked her off the couch. "Go cook the blood cloth food." Angel cursed back at him. That was the first real beating. And it was brutal. He kicked her repeatedly until her arm broke. Still crying, Angel eventually dragged herself into the kitchen and cooked. Her friend Anne begged her to leave. "Angel, what kind of man is this? Can't you see he's evil and wicked?" But Angel only hissed. "And I always have something to say about my man. Go on a yard, man. You too, bad-minded and jealous." The abuse continued. Every week brought new bruises, new beatings, new excuses. One afternoon, Angel saw Bubba flirting with another girl near a shop. Furious, she attacked the girl. Bubba exploded in rage. He slapped Angel hard in the middle of the street. "Wonder if you know who you a play with, Gael? Me, we kill you, bloodcloth. Fucking bright," he shouted. Then he humiliated her publicly. "Stinkin' Gael, me no wantcha." People gasped. Angel burst into tears and ran home. She started packing her clothes, but Bubba came home shortly after. "Where are you going?" he barked. Angel froze. "I am leaving." Before she could react, Bubba punched her repeatedly. "Put down diaclose dem before me, mash up your face." Terrified, she unpacked everything. That night, he beat her until she became unconscious. One of his friends secretly carried her to the hospital. Even then, Angel refused to leave him.
Her mother cried.
Her sister begged. Their friends pleaded. But Angel defended him every single time. "Every relationship have problems. Stop act as if yours is perfect," she whispered. Then came the night that changed everything. Bubba sat at an outdoor bar drinking from morning till night came. Rain hammered that night while Bubba stumbled inside drunk after midnight. Angel lay in bed hurting badly. Her leg was still injured, her arm still weak. Bubba climbed onto the bed. "Come here." Angel pushed him away weakly. "I am tired. I am still in pain." His face darkened instantly. "Girl, don't upset me." She then turned her back towards him. That was all it took. Bubba snapped and punched her, kicked her repeatedly while she screamed in pain. "Stop, please." But he couldn't stop. Years of anger, darkness, violence, and hatred exploded out of him. He beat her until she stopped moving. Silence filled the room. Bubba stood there breathing heavily. "Angel?" No answer. His hands trembled. "Angel?" Still nothing. Fear swallowed him whole.
He shook her body.
Blood stained the floor. She was dead. For the first time in years, Bubba cried. Real tears. He panicked. "Wake up. Please, wake up." But it was too late. One of his friends who had witnessed enough quietly slipped outside and called the police. This time, nobody protected Bubba. Nobody lied for him. Nobody covered for him. Police sirens soon filled the street. Officers stormed the house and found Angel lying lifeless on the floor. Bubba was arrested immediately. As they pushed him into the police car, the entire community watched silently. Nobody defended him, not one person. The court case shocked Jamaica. Pictures of Angel's bruised body spread everywhere. Women protested outside the courthouse demanding justice. Bubba stands silently during the trial, cold, broken,
Empty.
The judge looked at him with disgust. For the brutal murder of Angel Brown, this court sentences you to 25 years in prison. The gavel slammed, and just like that, Bubba's freedom ended. Prison was different. There were no guns, no power, no respect, only regret. Night after night, Bubba dreamed about his mother, Shauna. Sometimes she stood beside his prison bed crying. Sometimes she sat silently looking disappointed. One night she spoke clearly. "Bubba, why you do this to yourself?" He broke down sobbing. "I'm so sorry, Mommy. I teach you better than this," she cried softly. "I told you God love ya. I told you not to let the anger swallow you up." Bubba reached for her, but she disappeared, leaving him alone in darkness. The church echoed with sobs as Angel's mother clung to the casket, crying, "Me baby never deserved this." Family members wept openly while mourners bowed their heads, mourning a life stolen too soon. Alone in his prison cell, Bubba stared through the metal bars and wept, finally understanding that the anger he carried had destroyed his freedom, shattered innocent lives, and cost him everyone who had ever truly loved him.